Hello everybody, this is a general overview for August 2019 and astrological calendar as well. Firstly, I will speak generally about the most important transits and about September 2019. And then in the second part of this video, I will speak in some sort of astrological calendar about the most important days and the meaning of those days in September 2019. And I will also record a special video about that what each zodiac sign can expect in September. Why I'm doing this month two videos, one general overview and the second one where I will speak about each zodiac sign. I'm doing that because from the 18th of September Saturn is direct, and this is very important transit, so I need a little bit more space than usually to speak about each zodiac sign. Okay, so let's see generally what this September brings to us. Lunar activity is such that the full moon is on the 14th in Pisces and new moon is on the 29th in Libra. Other important transits are that Sun is in Virgo until the 24th of September, and after that it's in Libra. So first in Virgo, then in Libra, like always in September. And it's important to mention that the square between Neptune and Jupiter is again active for the third time this year, in September now. And as I said, from the 18th of September, Saturn is direct. And Saturn is almost all September in conjunction with Ketu, that is South Lunar Node, which makes this time somehow karmic. When we say karmic, we say this karmic in a simple way. We don't explain karma as Indians do. We mean, but what do we say when we mean karmic? It is the time when we are influenced by some acts that we did in the past. So if we want to continue our journey without this, without some heavy influence on us, then we need to solve in a way that what we did, what was our action in the past. We need to be clean, to clean ourselves in this time, that we can continue living without this heavy karma that we have as humans or as individuals. Saturn will be retrograde once again. It was retrograde now. So in April, May, June, July, and August 2019, we were influenced by this retrograde Saturn, and it was very important for all of us who have planets in Capricorn sign. It was a good time to work on a project, to work hard, to make a solid base for something that we will use in the future. Saturn will be retrograde, I'm saying again, in the 2020, and it will be on the last degrees of Capricorn, between 25th and 29th degree, and that's all. We are not going to have any further retrograde Saturn in next 30 years, only next 30 years. This is very, very important time when we are creating a base for our future growth, like in individuals, the collective as well. In September, the Sun is in Virgo, and at the end of the month in Libra, as we said. Both of those signs are female signs. According to Chinese theory of 5 elements, the fall is ruled by the element of earth, and then earth, it is transforming into metal slowly in October. Earth is the perfect element for understanding others, for building strong foundations in the society, and earth is important for the food collection, while the metal element is perceived as very feminine, refined, and very stylish element. In September and October, according to Chinese philosophy, nature reaches its balance, and that is a perfect time to live. And in many mythologies, September is associated with female goddesses, such as goddess Serbona in Serbian and Slavic tradition, and that is some sort of a version of Demetre in Greek tradition. And of course, Virgo is a sign that has to do with refining and purifying. It affects the spleen in our body and digestive organs. When the sun is in Virgo, and partly when it's in Libra, we gather the fruits and cereals that Earth gives to us, so we live in abundance. We have so much in this period of the year that we prepare for the future months, for the winter time. Virgo is a sign that changes everything that is gross and raw and brings it to a cleaner and refiner state. That is why Virgos are very good translators, analysts, teachers. They are good counselors. In addition, of course, to that they are being tasked with caring for a healthy life and food. Virgo is a sign that understands nature and healing, especially healing with herbs, and it's a good generally in helping others through various types of services. This is very, very important and useful sign to have, Virgo sign. September 2019 will be especially marked with topics that are typical for Virgo because now Uranus is retrograde in Taurus. So, Uranus retrograde in Taurus, we are experiencing now while we are having this forest in Amazon and Siberia burning. So we see how easy it is to destroy the nature. You pour a little of nano powder or you play around with some new technologies which Uranus can do perfectly, and you can cause extraordinary disasters. This is, of course, the path of self-destruction, which many choose in this world. On the other hand, everyone who has planets in Virgo knows that, and feels, not only knows, also feels, that the only thing that can save us as humans is to return to nature, respect the planet Earth, and live in accordance with natural and also with universal laws, I can say spiritual laws. The land we live on itself is a symbol of abundance, and it offers to us enormous wealth. But no, many of us want money because the paper is wealth. Of course, I'm ironic when I'm saying this, The paper that everybody is obsessed now with is not that value that we need. We need more of those things that Earth gives to us. So, we are reminded in September that we take a lot from Earth, and we even abduct this very fertile being. So if we do so, at least we should be grateful for the gifts Earth gives us, if nothing else. The question is, does one need to destroy the nature in order to understand that one cannot live without it? This is what we are facing now. It is quite a bad scenario. But you most probably know that on the other side, there are many people who go to live in the countryside and live in accordance with old principles as our ancestors did. I will record in the future more videos about that, returning to nature and living in accord with natural and universal laws. September is especially important also because since September 18, Saturn is direct. I made a special video about Saturn called Saturn in Capricorn, and I recommend you to see that one. Also, you can see my video about Uranus. I have 3 videos about Uranus in Taurus, and I'm saying retrograde Uranus now is part of this disaster that is happening in nature. I would also recommend to you to see the transit about Jupiter in Sagittarius. Jupiter is direct in Sagittarius since August this year, and it's very important also now. So now let's speak about Saturn and Jupiter being direct in their own sign. They are both social planets that influence not only individuals but influence the societies. And when they're both direct and they're both in their sign, we can expect perhaps in the autumn this year, especially until December, that we are going to be more serious and more responsible, and that we are ready for some social changes that can be beneficial for us, for people who live in in certain countries, in certain societies, or if you want in this earth. If not, if we do not become more responsible, then it is, and I mean in any sense, economical, political, and so on, then it is possible that eclipses that are going to happen in December and January 2020 will show us very bad results of that, what we did. So yes, I'm calling everybody to be more conscious and to help us to overcome this very hard period that humanity is going through, and to not just to be more conscious, but to learn about that, how to live in accordance with this earthly and with these universal laws, as I said before. Saturn will especially affect Capricorn people and everybody who has planets in Capricorn sign, and Sagittarius, Jupiter in Sagittarius in its direct move will influence people with planets in Sagittarius. Both Sagittarius and Capricorns in the last months could gain a lot of knowledge and could build solid base for their future growth. If they change their behaving and their understanding of themselves, then from the September on, they can improve their position in the society, they can change their careers, they can improve their material situation, they can gain new ideas and have new visions of their future development. In September also, a square between Jupiter and Neptune is active. So, here we now again speak about Jupiter in Sagittarius and about Neptune that is in Pisces. So, both of those planets are also in their signs that they rule. Neptune rules Pisces. So, it's a very, very strong time that we are going through as a humanity, because many planets are in their own signs. So I mentioned this aspect, this square between Jupiter and Neptune in my video year 2019, just one more step. Please watch this video if you want to see how I perceive the possible growth and development in the year 2019. But let's say again what this square means. That point in our horoscope where we have Sagittarius and Pisces in our horoscopes, we will experience most probably some disappointment. If you don't know where do you have in your horoscope Sagittarius and Pisces, you can create your horoscope easily by using my free lesson of astrology. That is part of my astrology course. So I offer online course of astrology through symbolicthinking.net, and first lesson is for free. And by using this lesson, you can create your own horoscope. So check where you have Sagittarius and Pisces. See the house where it is. Where are those two signs? It is possible that all this year some disappointments are coming and going in these areas of your life. And when one is unhappy in today's time, and this unhappiness is somehow connected with Jupiter and Neptune, then one does not want to see the reality because the reality is too ugly. So people escape into lies or into some sort of imagination or even into a virtual world. Or people are seeking spiritual leaders who will give them hope because they can't find it anymore. And that's why this time that we live in is very fruitful, let's say, for the work of false gurus and false spiritual leaders. Be very careful about that and about advices that you are having from others. So how do you overcome disappointments if they are happening? Well, by working on yourself, by relying on your own instincts and your own intuition. Instincts and intuition are two phenomena. They are not the same. I don't have now time to explain the difference, but yes, rely on yourself and on that your inner voice. That is better than to rely on advices of false gurus, simply saying. It is worth mentioning, of course, that this square between Jupiter and Neptune is interesting to understand in the context of Virgo sign. As Virgo stands opposite to Pisces and it's opposite to Neptune, then in that case Virgo gives some solution. Virgo reminds us that we should serve God or universe, so through Neptunian, Piscean energy, by living on this earth. How we do that? Well, every our action that we do in this material world, our everyday action, is actually the act of serving those higher beings that are part of us. I mean, Earth and the universe where we are. And every act that we do in our everyday life should be a ritual, as it is in some Eastern countries. You can read a lot about this in the works of Micić that I recommend in my videos. So we as individuals, and also we as a collective, we should serve the earth and the universe in order to be blessed with their gifts. When I say serve, I don't mean, oh, I'm a poor servant, poor me. No, I don't mean that. I mean, I'm conscious being and I'm part of this big, beautiful world, and I do what I need to do to make this world more pure. So what do I offer? I actually offer only myself as a pure being. So the only thing that universe needs from you is to be pure and clean inside. So for the Virgos, in September, a new one-year cycle begins. It is time for Virgos to rest a little bit and to make new plans from the October on. On the other hand, people who have planets in Pisces, they finish one part, especially one 6-month cycle finishes now in September, and they're maybe summarizing what they have achieved and whether they are satisfied or not. And until their birthday in the next year, they can still improve their life in that direction as they want it. So let's now look at our astro calendar. So let's begin with the first day of September. On the 1st of September, Venus makes trine to Saturn and Mercury trines Uranus. This is a very interesting day. The 1st of September is a very interesting day for good business, for real estate purchases, for some other purchases. Perfect day. If you even make sudden decision to buy something, to sell something that is big, and if you do something that will influence you for many years to come, that's fine this day. On the 2nd of September, Mars makes conjunction to Sun in Virgo, good day for sports, being in nature, being active, and so on. On the 3rd of September, Mercury conjuncts Mars. It is a time to be active, to be initiative, to initiate some business, to go to lectures, to teach others, good for exams for students, and so on. The 4th of September, Venus makes opposition to planet Neptune. This is the day of false hopes and love betrayals, so escape it if possible. On the 5th of September, Mercury trines Saturn. This is quite great day for business and for those who are involved in sciences or some serious jobs. They can do a lot in this day and maybe a few days around. At the 6th of September, Sun trines Saturn and Venus makes a trine to planet Pluto. This can be a great day for business, banking, for dealing with insurances, job changes, making more money, making big decisions. Good day for those things. At the 9th of September, Mars trines Saturn. That is good day for determination, for reaching what is needed, for reaching impossible things even, especially for those who have strong will. Then, on the 13th of September, Mercury and Venus conjunct. This is not good conjunction, not in a native horoscope, not in transit. This can be the day of deception, of manipulation in relationships, with deals, with agreements, and so on. On the 15th of September, Venus enters its sign. Venus is in Libra, Yuppie. It is fantastic for everything related to aesthetic, literature, relationships. This period after the 15th of September can be very good for marriages. So you can organize marriage. You are over marriage if you want to be married, or if you're lucky, you will maybe start some good new relationship, love relationship, or any other. The 17th of September, Venus makes opposition to planet Chiron, we say, or in English. So there can be some challenges, for some people wounds, for some people healing of the relationships or healing in love matters. 19th of September, Mars makes trine to Pluto. It's quite powerful day that can bring power and success for one who needs it. At the 22nd of September, Mercury is in Libra and makes two squares, which is quite problematic thing. But on the 24th of September, the same Mercury made good aspect to Jupiter. So let's say between the 20th and 25th of September, be careful with the investments, and if you want to deal with some investments, if you want to deal with anything, if you want to make any agreement, think big. Don't think about some small details, because the devil is in the details in this time. And the 26th of September, Mercury is in Libra and squares Pluto. Quite dangerous day of frauds on deviations of the agreements that can occur, dangerous for trade, can bring loss of finances and so on. So be careful at 26 especially. And that's all about September. If you wish to have personal consultations with me, especially consultations based on astrological psychology and spiritual astrology, feel free to contact me. All contacts are under this video. If you visit my webpage, symbolicthinking.net, you will see which types of consultations I offer based on astrology, different types of astrology. There you will see that I also offer consultancy on Thetahealing, which is some sort of spiritual energetic healing that is helping us to free ourselves of old programs and prejudice that are stopping us to achieve what we want to achieve in life. And I also offer consultancy based on Feng Shui. Feng Shui is Chinese art of living in accord with the earthly energies, let's say. Some sort of readings I offer in audio form on MP3. And those readings are about the meaning of your existence, or about the most important transits in the next 3 years, or in the next. I also record the most important life transits. I also said that I have an online course of astrology. If you want to learn astrology online in a modern way, please buy my online lessons. They're very simple. This is interactive video learning, so you can answer questions, or you can just go through theoretical part. But by answering questions and by this interactive learning, you will learn easily and very fast, and you will always remember basics of astrology. That is the great advance of that my course. If you like this video, please like it, share it, subscribe to my channel. I thank you very much for that in advance. And you can also connect with me via Facebook. So I thank you for listening, and I wish you in September to discover the beauty of the nature, the benefits of the natural healing. I wish you to live in accord with the environment and the nature. And see you next time. What else to say? See you in the next video that will be about horoscope for each zodiac sign in the month of September.